What is going on, garden fans? Welcome back to the Permaculture Homestead. Today we're talking weeds, wood chipping, and a brand new addition here on the Permaculture Homestead. Come on back and enjoy the journey. Oh, what's that? Is that a new truck? Holy crap, Permaculture Homestead has a new truck, and look at this, garden fans. I dirtied it right up with a fresh load of wood chips. Of course I did. Of course I did. That's what I got this thing for. This is going to be way more practical than a little Honda Fit. Let's get unloading. That is right, garden fans. I have finally traded in the little Honda Fit, and while it was a little bit more gas saving, it's a lot more practical being a homesteader to have a truck. I'm able to haul wood chips, I'm able to haul plants, and one day when we have a larger property, I'll be able to drive around and do a lot more with a truck than I would a Honda Fit. So today I went out, filled up the truck with some wood chips, and we are about to wood chip the food forest. And I want to kind of bring you on that journey and show you the process I go through twice a year to get that done. Now before I lay down any wood chips, the first thing I do is some weeding, general weeding. And I guess I'm going to take a moment here and give you my spiel on weeds. First off, weeds are very misunderstood plants. Weeds can tell a lot about your soil conditions and what you should be doing as a gardener. So a quick example, I have some dandelion here, and as I pull it up, you're going to find that dandelion has a fairly deep taproot. What Mother Nature is trying to tell me here is that I have pretty hard packed soil. That's the deep taproot. Also, what dandelion is doing is bringing up nutrients from the subsoil up to the soil surface so that it can deposit those minerals and nutrients on the soil surface, where more plants are going to need that as this dandelion decomposes. So weeds are often misunderstood plants, and yes, dandelion is edible. However, I'm going to pull it up and plant something a little more edible and palatable. The next example I want to show with you is another weed that we got pretty common here on site, and that's Stellara media, or common chickenweed. Now, common chickenweed is very different than dandelion. It's about the exact opposite. It has a very shallow root system, it grows very quick, and most of it is vegetative growth. So what you're going to see here is a lot of vegetative growth for a very small root system. And what Mother Nature is trying to tell me here is that I need more ground cover. That is what is going on here. So shallow root system, a lot of vegetative growth covering the earth. Stellara media is a ground cover. So I need to do my part to grow more ground covers here on site. Now, while this weed is actually edible to humans and animals, I am definitely going to pull it up and try to plant something that is a little more palatable to us personally. And what I'm trying to do here is just take up the function of the weeds on site. Now, quick example, I've already been doing this throughout the years, and I've got mint growing everywhere. I've got mint, I've got chickweed, and I've also got parsley here growing on site. So mint is a ground cover, it grows quick. Parsley is a deep tap-rooted plant, and both of these are, to me, a little bit more palatable than Stellara media, which I have growing right here, and also dandelion. However, once again, both of those weeds are totally edible. So, let's get back to the wood chipping adventure. Before I wood chip anything, the first thing I'm going to do is pull up what weeds we do have here on site. And none of the weeds here on site go to waste. I either feed them to my chickens, or what I'm going to do is pull up these weeds and put them in some composting bins that I have right here on site. I've got cages here on my upper swale that I've been filling up with weeds and other material, composting material. And what's going to happen is these bins basically are composting on site. I use these cages to train my blackberry vines to, and over time what's going to happen here is I'm going to basically create this nice soil bin that I can use to eventually grow in. Now, once I've got all my weeds pulled up, still not ready to wood chip quite yet. This is where I'm going to take part in some spring fertilization using rabbit manure. Now, rabbit manure is an awesome fertilizer. It's a cold fertilizer. It's not a hot fertilizer. You can put it directly onto plants. So every spring and every fall, I do exactly what I'm doing right now, and that's just putting a little bit of rabbit manure around the base of my trees, my shrubs, and my blackberries and herbs. This is basically my fertilization method for the food forest. Once I've got all my fertilizer down, now I'm finally ready to lay down a layer of wood chips. And this is just basically a covering over the whole earth. I've just exposed a bunch of soil. Mother Nature does not like exposed dirt, so my wood chipping here is going over the manure and over all that exposed area where I've pulled up weeds. And during the spring, what I'm going to do is pull back my layer of wood chips and start planting in my spring veggies. So here's a quick rough look at how it looks once I've wood chipped and weeded a small area. Got my pawpaw here with some comfrey, goji berry, gumi berry. And this is the process by which I go through twice a year to get this food forest in shape. I find that the more this place gets developed, the less I have to do. So I've spent a couple hours here, maybe only an hour and a half, getting some wood chips down, garden fans, and here's the final product. What I got is basically a clean palette. All my trees and shrubs have now been mulched, and anything edible has not been covered over. Things like my comfrey, my catnip, my coriander, my parsley, all of that has now been wood chipped, covered over, mulched, and I can use now this empty spaces to start planting in my spring vegetables. So that's it, garden fans. Some weeding, some wood chipping, and a brand new truck here on the Permaculture Homestead. Hope you enjoyed today's little journey. You got any questions, please just ask. And thanks for watching, as always, garden fans. We just can't do it without you. I got a strong feeling 2018 is going to be a big year. So keep in touch. Please like, share, and subscribe, as always. And God bless.